Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Resiliency Cam podcast. We got my man Todd the Slaughter in the building tonight. How we feeling?
Man, I'm feeling amazing, bro. I'm feeling fantastic. I'm glad, like I said before, I got to grace this young couch with my presence.
Come on, bro. You know, we always laugh. We say that this couch gonna go for $1 million. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, without a doubt, I'm trying to tell you, it's greatness.
Come
Anybody
on.
that's been great got to sit right here.
Come on, bro. For
Let's keep it
real.
going.
So, and that's what it's all about, man. Just being resilient, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I feel like you somebody that embody that, you know what I'm saying? Just from, having conversations to, seeing your progress to setting goals and, just, man.
Trying to knock them off. Trying to knock each goal. that's the game. If you're not trying to, accomplish something daily, you know what I'm saying? I feel like you waiting. You just waiting and letting time pass you by.
Right, bro. And like I think it's important too, and like how you say, like just setting, daily goals, you know what I mean? Like trying to accomplish it. Cause like other than that, you waiting, I had posted to my story this week, Plies was like talking about how we living in a materialistic world. You know what I'm saying? He was saying how like people will let you do them wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like talk to him bad, treat him any kind of way, long as it's value. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like coming out of that. And he was just saying, like, he was talking about how like that just shows me that you don't believe in yourself to go get it.
Facts.
And I'm like, bro, that's so true because, everybody want a handout, bro. Everybody waiting.
Yeah. It's not that, and I feel it. Like, I agree with him because what you don't understand is that when you sit there and you look in that mirror, like I'm talking about, I'm not saying naked in physical terms, but just naked as who you are. You know what I'm saying? If you feel like you're not happy when you look into the mirror, there's something that you're missing. You know what I'm saying? That's a problem. A lot of people look into the mirror and they not happy. So they got to do the most, throw the most on to feel a certain type of way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When you're looking at yourself, you should know how you feel. But sometimes you do need that perception from somebody else to say, okay, hey, bro, you doing good. And you know what I'm saying? When you tell somebody that, just feeling it feels good. But if you don't feel that enough and you're just somebody that stares, you just like, man, you gonna put all type of things that's not necessary in your life. And it's gonna just clutter your whole life up.
That's real, bro. And then, too, like, we're just not being honest, bro. Like, it's like telling lies. You got to keep up with that. You know what I'm saying? Like when you lying to yourself, like, people got to, keep up with that versus, like you say, like, looking in the mirror, accessing where you went wrong or where you went right and what you can get better in, what you can change. You know what I'm saying? Versus, like I say, like I tell people all the time, like I feel like we living in the era where like I say, it's just keeping up with the Joneses, bro. It's just keeping the image. You feel me? Yeah. Like people not real with themselves no more. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like
you gotta know what your goal is. You gotta realize is what you're doing right now, is it pertaining to your goal? Because in some aspects, right, let's look at the younger generation. A lot of kids, when they look at somebody speaking real, they might look at you and you might speak some real, but they're gonna miss it because when they look at you, they're not seeing what they want. They're not seeing the type of successes they may want. So, and depending on what position you are in, depending on what you're trying to do with your real goals, you got to understand is what you're doing. Is it benefiting that? Because in certain ways it can. Like I tell people, certain assets, when you get to that point that you buy, they are going to be of value. They might be more expensive. So, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, don't let that be your main goal. Like if you buying something that costs X amount of dollars, but you don't even got that in your bank account, something's wrong.
That's real.
And I made a post about that the other day too. Like I just felt like down. I felt like down on myself. I don't know what it was, but and we all get into that moment where you're just like, man, it's like, man, I don't know what I want to do. Like, I mean, my bills is paid, and I was really like, my bills is paid, everything is solid, but I'm not happy.
That's real.
At that moment. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I'm not happy. And then, that's when you talk to people and they like, you know what I'm saying? Like yourself, you're like, bro, you got to look at the brighter things. Don't focus on the negative things. But if you're not consistently reminding yourself of that, you can get wrapped up fast. Fast.
Man, that's man, you talking some real right now, Todd, man. And then you just talk about like, man, the lows, bro. Let me ask you, like, how do you get through the lows? Like you say, like just talking to people, man, like, what else? What are other ways that you do to, get through them low times when you feeling unhappy? Or are you feeling where you're not where you want to be?
Try to see it in somebody else. Honestly, that's the best way you do it. And a lot of people do it the wrong way. When you feeling down on yourself or when you feeling low, sometimes you can't replace that void. So you'll want to see it upon somebody else, your kids. You know what I'm saying? You sad. I'm like, okay, you know what, I'm sad. Let's go. Me and my daughter, we're gonna do something fun today. Like,
Bring
like
joy
let's
to
just.
you,
I
right?
just want
Bring
to
joy
her
to
seeing
you.
that. Yeah, her seeing that.
Right.
Me seeing that smile on her face. It's gonna make my day better. But like I said, it depends on what you're trying to do. If you're doing it for the right reasons, great. But if you're doing it for the wrong reasons, ergo having a lot of people around you that are just feeding off you, whatever you may doing, you might be feeling bad. Like Boosie said the other day, like I forgot what he said exactly the other day, but he's basically talking about like a lot of people like lounging around him that's not doing nothing, but you want them around you. Rappers want them around you just to feel a certain type of way,
Right.
to fill that void.
That's real, bro. Man, just going back to, like, how did you even, just get started? Like, explain to people what you do, because I know you, like, for so many, different traits, man, from the, cutting hair to, I see you always traveling, state to state, just doing is it the Forex trading, right?
Yeah.
Right, doing that. And then, like, I always see, like, you crack me up, man. You, like, look, like, you be in the car, like, I'm still making money, man. So, man,
look,
like, let me ask you, where did that hustle come from, bro?
Man. A quick answer. It's like we talk, we talked about it. Like I told you, like my dad, like he instilled that hustle, that drive into you, like that, like, okay, I gotta, dang, all right. I woke up today, I didn't do nothing. Snap, I messed up. Like, let me do something every day. You know what I'm saying? And not just that, but let me have a goal every day where I'm trying to work for and get to. You know what I'm saying? He instilled that into us. But as go for like cutting hair, like, bro, that was never something I even saw that was gonna be serious, bro. Like I was just cutting people for free from like 8th grade to like damn near a little bit of left of college, bro. I was just cutting everybody for free. Just cause I was like, all right, man, you my bro. Like, let me get you right. So that's how like it came, like where I got busy, but it's like one of my bros was like, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Tayshawn, shout out to Dooney. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to y'all. And look, cause they were like, bro, Todd, bro, we need to cut. I'm like, nah. Like I'm busy right now. I just got off work. They're like, bro, I need that cut right now. I was like, man, give me $5. Like, now on, I need $5 from everybody. Like you don't care about my time. Like, so I'm like, bro, I just got off work. But so after that, it just transitioned to like me having my daughter, and I was like, okay, I gotta do something. Like, I can't be at this job forever. Like, I gotta do something. Like, you know what? I'm gonna go get my barber license, go back to college. Started cutting hair, started meeting people. Right. Started meeting people with different traits like yourself, and you just see people doing different things, and some of those things catch your eye, and everybody knows. Like, and my stepdad, I want to say my stepdad and my mom, they had said like barbers don't retire as barbers, like barbers don't make money. They was saying all type of names. I'm like, man, what? Right. Like I don't know what you talking about. I'm good, but started to think about it that it's cool for that minute, but barbers can't retire. Because you're gonna be cutting forever. Like unless you have your money in the right spots, unless you're making good investments, unless you're being really responsible. Right. You know what I'm saying? You be cutting behind a chair till you 80. You feel me? Real. So, and just as a young kid, I was like, man, like at 19, I didn't know about credit. I was like, man, I don't know nothing about credit. I know my mom might not got the best credit. My dad, he shoots through buying whatever. He won't shoot. I need good credit. YouTube, how I get good credit. Like YouTube taught me everything.
My dad tell me that all the time. He like, Trell, man, y'all in a generation where you can look everything up. It's no reason why. Whatever you want to do.
Whatever you want. There's no excuses.
Type it up.
There's no excuses.
How to build your credit. It's crazy that you say that. Now let me ask you this, man, because I feel like it's very important, like, because I always get the question, well, how can we influence people? How can we change people? Yeah. I always say you have to be shown it. It has to be modeled to you. Yeah. Now, my question is how do you feel like your life would have turned out if your dad never modeled that to you, if he never showed you how to hustle? Because I feel like a lot of people don't got it in them because they wasn't shown it.
Facts. I'm not gonna lie. I knew that I already had that curiosity mindset as a young kid. That curiosity mindset can kill you or it can like make you, because if you're if you're curious for the right things and then somebody's constructively like helping you critique it, because anything you do may look bad. I met some kids that stole a car, and I'm like, as me looking, I'm like, y'all stole it. How'd you steal a car? They're like, we hotwired it. Little kids. I'm like, y'all geniuses. Y'all geniuses. We need to put you in a mechanic school, but like if somebody's not critiquing you the right way, now you a bad kid. Like you a bad kid, bro. You need to be punished. You need we're gonna send you to juvenile. Like, bro, like that's not like. But my parents, like my mom, like, and that's the thing. Like I had that curiosity, but it was always critiqued the right way. So I would have probably like just had a, I don't know. I like, I really don't know. I mean,
Right.
shout out to everybody that helped me,
Right.
because it's
That's
not one
real.
person. It's like,
It
it's
take a village.
takes a
Take a village,
village.
bro.
Facts.
And like I just want to ask you that because like I say, bro, I feel like a lot of people not like I feel like it's hard to, do something if you've never been modeled it. You feel
Yeah,
me? Like if
it
your
is.
daddy, mama never told you how to hustle, if you never
Yeah,
seen them hustle,
you're not gonna
if
know.
you see them live on Section 8 and just take food stamps and some more shit, then that's all like
Yeah.
they say the apple don't fall too far from the tree. So then that's what your life gonna end up.
Yeah, that's a fact though, bro. You're right. If you if you not shown it,
You know what I'm saying?
like I said, like if you constructively your kid might be a master mechanic,
Come on.
or he gonna be in jail because you told him he. You know what I'm saying? So
And I love what you said about earlier too, bro. You said that people won't listen because they don't see it in you. You don't got what they got. Like you don't got what they want.
Yeah.
Versus like it's so true because like I tell people, and like I heard a pastor say one time, and I didn't mention it plenty of times, but like he said, like how can you say God's good to you but you can't show for it?
yeah,
I'm like, that's real though. Like that made people question that. Like,
Yeah.
if I say, Todd, man, God been good to me, but every time you see me, I'm struggling,
Yeah.
look bad, I'm doing
Yeah,
bad.
yeah.
Like, you
Yeah.
gonna be like, hold on, I don't think God that good of a person here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, once again,
right? Like you showing me that they don't
you
look
said
good.
God is good. Hold on, bro,
Yeah.
you struggling.
But
Yo, come
it's
on.
like you said, it's not that it's changed materialistic wise. It's just that everything now is accessible. So now
True.
kids from this side can see what the kids over there are living like with no issue. Before
Right.
you'd be like, "Oh, we living good. We
living
not
good. You didn't
we
know
not
no
tripping.
better.
We didn't
You
know,
didn't know no better.
that they
Right,
was
that's
living
real.
like this." But now it's like you got it everywhere. So now kids has certain privileges to buy certain things. Other kids that may not have that financially, they still want to buy that same things. What happens? And then what happens is you don't continue to either build your wealth or recycle your wealth the right way.
Right.
And now you trying to play catch up without getting there. I forgot who I was talking to, but we was talking about that same thing with like I put a lot of terms into cutting hair.
Right.
Because it equals out. Like, so same thing with cutting hair. Like if you cutting hair, right, and you want to be a barber, if you want to be a barber for the wrong reason, just because you see somebody making money,
Right.
it might not be what you thought it was.
That's real.
It's not gonna come as fast. You gotta take your steps how you take them. It's not easy. It can be great,
Right.
but it's gonna take a certain amount of time. What somebody went through their path is gonna be different than yours.
Come on. That's real. And that go back to, right, like you saying, staying in your own lane, doing what's for you. Like you say, people look at that like, oh, he just making money, but like you ain't really see the process. Now going to the process, bro, like what do you think's the biggest improvement that you made from, like you say, cutting $5, $5 a head to where you at now? What's the biggest improvement you made as a barber, and then what you got to work on?
Oh man, I'm not gonna lie, and this goes to all barbers. Like, work on your craft. When you work on your craft and you get to that certain point that you mastered it, where you can do anything somebody asks for and perfect it.
Right.
Once you work on your craft to the point where people want to rock with you, I tell people so many times, if you cut one person one time, they should always come back to you. If you cut one person one time, they should always come back to you. Not just because your haircut, but if your conversation, like you said, is
Come
good.
on.
If the things you're talking about is on point, if you operate the right way. My stepdad told me there's a certain way you got to cut hair, and that always stuck with me. He's like, it's not the way you cut hair, it's the pattern of how you do it. Certain things, your gestures,
That's
and
real.
it's like it all correlates. And then after you work on your craft, you have to know your worth. And 9 times out of 10, like me and Keith talked about, that with barbers, that you don't know how much you should be charging until somebody tells you.
It's real.
Like when you cut somebody, they like, man, you got me right, bro. My barber at home don't never give me like this.
Come on.
Now he charged me like 55. I'm on my head like, well, shoot, can I get that 55? can I get?
That's real.
Well, so
That's
my
real.
work is worth 55 now. So, and that's what happens. Like somebody has to tell you. But when you know your worth,
Right.
in here, then and you're also able to back it up, like I said, with your craft. Know what you're charging. OG Walker, one of like somebody I look up to. He said, if you're gonna go up on your prices, that's fine, but don't go up on your prices doing the same thing.
That's real.
Go up on your prices and implement more services. Be a more professional barber. Give people more of a service, less of a cut.
Right.
You
That's
feel me?
real.
So, and that's just what you got to do as a barber, and just take it like that all the way to the top.
Man, that's real right there. And then, man, let me ask you, because I'm sure you cutting hair to be the best, right?
It's impossible. It's wait, no,
so,
what you gonna
so,
say?
so let me ask you, man. Like, what are some qualities that like you said, like you talk about the patterns and the cutting hair. What are some qualities, like you say, like you talk about it, like what makes you stand out? Because I know for me, like with a barber, like when I get my hair cut, I know one thing: I want to feel fresh. I want a barber to take their time, because you know when a
Yeah.
barber rushing and things, you know what I'm saying?
You know,
Like
you
make
can feel it.
different. You know what I'm saying? So I be like,
Like it hit
bro,
me in the back of my neck.
hair right here on the back of my neck. So like, let me ask you, like, what are some qualities to separate yourself? Because you know, I feel like with the sport of barbering, I feel like it's a sport.
It is.
Everybody competing, right?
Yeah.
Like, so
Yeah.
what make you want to like what puts you at the top of that food chain as a barber? What are some things you gotta have?
Man, shoot, shout out to all the barbers out there. I just want to
For
start by
real.
saying that. But like you said, like what can define me to be one of the best, the best barber? I would say, and I tell people all the time that you can never be the best barber. Same thing with basketball, but what is that? Everybody is different.
It's real.
You know what I'm saying? And 9 times out of 10, everybody could do the same cut the same exact way. But number one, do they have the time for it? Number two, are they like in the right head? Like if I had the most time, I could do the same exact cut that somebody else did that made it take them an hour. I could do it maybe in 45 minutes.
Right.
Or if I'm or the same. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? If I'm focused, everybody could do a perfect haircut.
It's real.
You know, a lot of the top barbers can, but I want to say with me, my thing is, like I said, I was just cutting hair for free. I was cutting hair for free, so I already had people that was just they already knew I was cutting.
Right.
Then I got good, like I was going to barber battles. You know what I'm saying? Met people, and I started looking at what people are doing. And I'm not somebody that likes to talk about what I do. I like to let it hit him in the face when it's already there. Like I don't want to talk about what I'm gonna do. I just want to work hard. I don't talk. I just want to be quiet, especially in a barber battle. Like in a barber battle, for instance, when you in a barber battle, you're up there on the stage. There's a lot of people watching you. They're over here looking at you, judging your cuts.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You got other barbers that's like probably the top barber. I'm talking about, I've been next to P. Diddy's barber, been next to any barber, any dude that you could think of, I've been next to him in the same room. Like it's the community is that tight.
Right.
But what it does is it makes me like think like, okay, how can I do this? How can I grow? And then that's when the business side kicks in. Because it's not just cutting hair, it's a business side that you have to have. And it's the law average of numbers. So what I tell people is I'm like, all right, if I could do a haircut in 30 minutes, I'm gonna do a haircut in 30 minutes. So I'm gonna charge $40, 40, that's $80 an hour. Right. Making $80 an hour. And I'm gonna do what I have to do to stay on pace. Now some cuts may take 38 minutes, 39 minutes, but the others take 20. But once you, like you said, you get into that rhythm of knowing what you're looking for every time. And like I tell a lot of barbers, do not repeat yourself over. Like if you're gonna do something, you know, if you're gonna cut somebody's hair down, don't like just cut it down, do a ball, and then just do it all the way. Like you shouldn't touch somebody's head twice. That's what I say. Like if you're gonna do something on anybody's head, don't be the person that goes over it 1,000 times.
Right.
Find out what you have to do and then keep your pace. It's about knowing who you are, knowing your time and your consistency. And after you work on that, then you could put the numbers together and figure out what do you want to make, what is your worth.
Man, let me ask you, because I mean, like you talk about like the barber community, like, and I see some of these barbers who be cutting some of these famous people hair, but like, I just want to know, like, is it the business that separates them? Like, they were lucky enough to maybe get with this person or something? Because like, I look at some of them haircuts sometimes, and I be like, my dogs can outcut them.
Yeah,
you know, like,
it's
like your line is a little back, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
it happens, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't see some barbers be in the worst situation, cut for the most money. I'm talking about in the back seat of a car. Shout out to JC in the back seat of a car, giving somebody a lineup while they driving in a Maybach. Like, how's that supposed to work? Like, how are you supposed to get this dude even? Hey, when we sitting in so like it happens. Dude get paid a lot of money, but it's I'm not gonna lie, it's just all personality. You meet those people through personality, through relationships.
that's real.
You know, finding a way to put yourself up, like stick out at the crowd, and then have that personality behind it. Once you have that personality behind it, everybody's gonna rock with you. If people knew you like that, know you, the real you, like how I know you,
right? That's real.
Ain't nobody in the world would say nothing bad. You
Come on, that's real.
Nobody. But that's the problem. A lot of people's perception can get messed up so easily.
And you talk about perception. That's because of gossip, bro.
Ooh.
That's why I try to stay away from it. You know, like I said, I heard my pastor talk about one time a lot of families, friendships, businesses, relationship, everything, bro, have been torn apart. Marriages from gossip. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, once again, we live in a world, like I say, it's based on lies. So you on some he say, she say. It's like you said, if you really know me, you really don't got nothing bad to say about me. Because you know deep down I ain't never did nothing really bad to nobody.
Yeah, you want everybody to be great.
Come on. But, you know, once again, if you listening to some he say, she say, now you might hear some shit about me. You feel me?
Like, he in the truth. He gonna, yeah. Right.
And it changed their perception, man. And, like, I think that's what, like, sucks, bro. Because, like, once again, as humans, we so lazy. Yeah. So that's why, like, I learned in my relationship class, that's why we so quick to judge a book by its cover. Like, for example, like my teacher said, if you see an Arabian with a beard, what you think? Bomb. You think like not like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. you see the story, like, because we as humans, whether our mind is so lazy, you don't even want to think past that. Like, nah, that can be the richest man in India. Like, it could be, but like once again, we so lazy. We like, nah, like bomb, like whatever, like. Judging the book by its cover, not thinking past that, not really taking the time to get to know somebody. You feel me? Like, and I'm like, man, that's all it is, man. And it just changed, you know, the perception on everything, you know, with the social media and all that stuff. Like, it's changed. Perceptions, bro. It's changed perception on relationships. Like, you know, like, it's just sad to see, bro. Because like I say, growing up, you know, it was all about love and it was all about this to now, like, we at a point, like, people don't believe in relationships. I hear people talk all the time. Yeah. They like, we don't believe in marriage. Yeah. I'm like, like, you know, the traditional way, we don't believe in that no more. You know what I mean? Like,
it's sad, but if you can't convince them otherwise, you gotta just leave them alone.
Come on, bro.
That's just somebody I wouldn't even. I'm like, okay, you know, okay.
And that's what I'm learning, bro. Like, just with everything in every situation, family to friends, like, right, like, if your shit don't align with me, your vision, your morals, everything, then I'm not, like, right, I'm not gonna be around you. Because, like, one thing my pastor said is, like, opposites do not attract. You feel me? And that's it. Like, that's real. He said the only time that happens with magnets, bro. Yeah. And I'm like, it's so real though. You gotta have people with the same morals, values. Yeah. You know, not saying everything's gonna be the same. You know, we're gonna always agree, but damn near. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, to a point. So
it's the influence, right? Like, whether we like it or not. Rather, like, if your homie, he's single at a time, and he's like, bro, come out to the club. I'm like, come out to the club, bro. Not listen. I mean, I'm good.
Come on.
Man, not tired. Come on, bro. I'm like, all right. But let's just say you happen to have time, but you got a whole situation, the whole family. Right. Now, just because you went out, the influence of it being your bro, you setting yourself up for failure.
Bro, that's why it's just so funny to hear you say that. Because, like, I listen to the homies talking, they like, Trill, like, you been on that not going to the club.
Right.
I'm like, bro, because that shit can influence you. Yeah. Like, it's not that I don't want to do it, bro. You feel me? Yeah. I really, like, y'all, I see the homies with tables, bottles. Yes. I really want to be there. You feel me? Like, if we just being G, but, like,
it's great.
Once again, I'm like,
but I'm not going to. But that's the other part of that, too, though, is because I talk to so many people about this, but it's like, at the same point at that time. Now, like I said, if you have somebody able to critique your curiosity the right way, you'll be better off, right?
That's real.
Like I said, people sometimes, like, let's say if you ever been to the club, I'm talking about Atlanta or, you know, Dre's in Vegas, and you just somebody, you like looking, you seen that guy at the top, you're like, man, you just, in your mind, you think his life is just so amazing. You like, oh my, I'll do whatever it takes to be that guy. And then you get to that position when you can do that. You done spent all your money and one night, and you woke up the next morning and, like, forgot what happened if you didn't have your Snapchat out.
Right. That's
real. You know what I'm saying? And now you just, like, I realize it's like perception. Sometimes some people have to, I'm not gonna say understand that, but if you see it and then you see the other side of it, you know, you're able to make your own justification and judgment on it. Like, okay, is this beneficial or is this not beneficial? Because I thought it was great, but it really wasn't.
Come on. That's real. And let me ask you, bro, like, you know, that we talking about all this too, bro. Like, why start giving people game? Because I seen you, like, doing the Maserati Monday, and then, like, I see you always hopping on Instagram, like, just giving motivation. You know what I mean? Like, why start doing that? Why?
Shit. What you just said? You said, if you're not told, you know what I'm saying, you'll never know.
That's real.
And like I always say, my pops, like, I was fortunate to be one of those people that had somebody consistently tell me. And even if you don't have that person, at this point, I could be that person. Now, and there's a lot of people that's on social media that do have a positive message. like that really have a positive message that really can change your life. If you really just gave us, see, a lot of
Just
people think
listen.
everything's a
Right.
scam, but if you just give some things a chance, you'll understand the real benefit of it. Because a lot of people, whether they're selling you a fake dream, they're really talking about something real. If you
That's
can
real.
just get the message behind it, like all type of books, they say read books. All they do is tell you the same thing.
Right.
Like I read this book, Keys to Success, great book, but like the key to success, and the whole book, it never talks about what the key is.
Right.
Right. But then when you get to the end of the book, you realize, okay, he didn't say key so many times. What is the key? And I'm like, but it's focus. The
Right.
key is focus. He was consistently talking about focus. It's all about focus. If you could put your attention somewhere and really lock in and hone in and do the investigation behind it, really learn,
Right.
take the information in. That's what happens when you go to college. Some people, most of us don't have the benefit to go to college. You know what I'm saying? And that's what happens. You never really take that time to learn how to process information. It's not just going to school so that you can learn. It's about learning how to process information.
That's real. So Todd, like, bro, like I was asking you, man, because like I was saying, bro, I see you do, the Maserati Mondays. I see you, yelling, just all this motivation, right? Why though? Why decide to like be that voice? You know what I mean? Because like that's not that's not an easy thing to do.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? To try to, talk to people who lost, like try to, motivate them. Like why even like, okay, I'm gonna take this upon myself.
Man, shoot. Honestly, it's hard because it's like a lot of people don't like to put their face out there, And I'm not gonna lie, a lot of that came from being in the IM Academy doing Forex.
Okay.
Like that's something that they like tell people to do. They want you to be on. They want you to, what I'm saying, post more. They want people to see your face because people want to see your face. People want to hear your story. But me personally, like I said, what motivation is that why I tell people, because like you said, a lot of people don't have the benefit of having somebody being able to tell you, you know what I'm saying, or give you the right advice. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people don't have their dads in their life. A lot of people don't have the benefit to go to college. So a lot of people don't even know how to process information. And that's one thing that, what I'm saying, I tell people, like, you got to understand how to not just take the time to learn, you know what I'm saying? Not just take the time to like see what's out there, but like I said, all right, my bad. Like a lot of, all right, my bad. Like a lot of people out there, right? They on social media, you know what I'm saying? They got all type of beneficial information, you know what I'm saying, in their videos. Some people try to sell you false stuff, but if you take a time to listen, they really have like real knowledge, whatever it may be about, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it all is about, it's about focus. It's about, you know what I'm saying? A lot of books that you may read about there, a lot of people that are motivational speakers, they all talk about focus, being able to hone in and really lock into what you want to do. And me, why not?
Right.
Why not me? Honestly, the real question is like, why not me? If I'm in a position where I got to a certain spot and people want to know, like, Ty, how'd you get to that spot? Because it's not just with Forex, it's with barbering and a lot of other stuff.
Right.
With real estate, with, a lot of other stuff I got going on, cryptocurrency, it's everything. And it's like, why not? We got to share information. If we not share information, then you're part of the problem. Systematic oppression. And like I tell a lot of people, it's not just about what we feel like what was done to us. It's not just about what he has did to me or my people. It's about what we continue to do to each other.
That's real.
And a lot of people want to turn a blind eye to it, but it's a fact. Like when you learn a certain hustle, a certain way to put people on, whether it's legal, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
If you're not trying to share it, you part of the problem because you're not trying to help the next man up. So you keeping them down. It's just, you're part of the problem.
That's real. And too though, like with that too, I feel like too is like, I feel like a lot of people too, like I tell people all the time, people get tired too.
Facts.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, especially when,
oh my God,
people not listening, you feel me? Like you know what I'm saying? You giving out this free game and people still making the same mistakes and stuff too. I feel like people get to that point where like, they don't
even want to.
And they don't even want to give it to you no more. Cause like I listened to my dad talking like how growing up, he thought like the OGs was just giving up on the young dudes. So, all the young heads like, fuck the OGs. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't, versus like, nah, like they was, like he telling my dad, most people didn't even graduate elementary school. Like they don't want no better. You know what I'm saying? Like like you say, just, perception, bro. You feel me? Like that's real right there. And then man, like too, bro, like the Forex, man, like why get into that? I see you, like I said, I see you all the time. I always see you on IG. Man. I see you traveling state to state, man.
That's probably the like Forex, honestly, is probably the best thing that could really happen because, like I said, barbers don't have a way to retire. You got to put your money in a certain right spots. Like a lot of people think they putting their money in a savings account is gonna hold them over. Like a savings account literally earns 1% a year. So if you got $100 in there, you made $1 off your savings just sitting there. Where vice versa, if you just put your money into a certain stock
Right.
over the year, your portfolio may have grown 60, 80%.
Right.
And your money is working for itself now. So, and while Forex is like, honestly, shout out to my boy Dre. Like, honestly, bro, real stuff. Shout out to my boy Dre, my boy Gamble. Like, that's the guy that put me on. I seen him turn 1 cent into $148. I said, bro, sign me up. Like, put me on today.
That's all it took.
Because
Like,
I'm a firm believer, no matter what, if I see somebody else doing something, I can do it too. And which we all can, because we all the same 24. But if I see somebody else doing something, I can too. And then getting into Forex, and that's where it came in with traveling, because now as a barber, you lose so much. People want to be a barber, but you lose so much time being a barber because
True.
you don't see the trips I used to make. Shout out to Devontae, going back to U of A every Thursday before the game. Like, you feel me? Going out to Thursday,
Right.
driving out there, being out there from like 5 right after they get out of practice, being there till 2 a.m., driving another 2 hours back.
Right.
You know,
Grind.
making money, making money, but like that grind, you know what I'm saying? That's where you get your clients from. You know what I'm saying? Doing the most uncomfortable things is where you get your most important clients from. Because at the end of the day, they gonna rock with you, like really rock with you. You know what I'm saying? And when you get that time back, especially with me, you lose Saturdays. You know what I'm saying? That's every kid's birthday that you know.
That's real.
Everybody's doing something on Saturdays. All the birthdays, you lose Saturdays. So now trading has given me the time to get my time back. You know, now I can wake up, makes a little bit of money, control my schedule. Now I'm cutting hair because I still love to, but I'm in control of my schedule and how I cut, when I cut, and my clientele.
Right. Let me ask you this, because, like, you know, I think, like, one of the best things being a barber is, you know, being able to work for yourself. But, like, I was talking to Queese, too, and like he say, everybody want to be a boss and work for themselves, but that's not for everybody.
Facts.
Because then, like that come with, you know, pressure.
Pressure.
You know what I'm saying? So let me ask you, bro, like, what's been, like, the, you know, like I say, just working for yourself, what's been, like, the, you know, the biggest up and, like, down, like, as well?
Oh, easy. Barber school. Before barber school, I was making great money. Had a little CLK 500 Benz. I was 19 when I got it. You know what I'm saying? Riding that thing around. I was loving it. Convertible. Went to barber school, and it broke like my pockets. Like, I'm talking about, I was broke. Had to go back home. Had to sell the car. Had to catch the bus with my baby girl.
That's real.
You know what I'm saying? Going through barber school, carrying a big old briefcase, walking from 19th to 7th Ave and Buckeye every day. You know what I'm saying? So that right there, that was definitely the biggest down. And then the biggest up, like you talking about, like the biggest upside,
Yeah, like as far as just working for yourself and being able to.
Oh yeah, the experiences, the barbering experiences are amazing. Like, I can't even tell you how many. Just, I call them like just it's not something that was planned. It's a little humbug. Like, just the craziest humbugs is being a barber. Like, I didn't end up going to New York with my bro Bundy. Shout out to Bundy. Ended up being in Busta Rhymes' table for his birthday in One Oak. Like, I don't know the dude. I don't care to know the dude. I'm here. Like, I'm in New York. Like, man, this is crazy. You know what I'm saying? So being able to have in Atlanta, like, just being able to travel and use that and meet different people.
That's real.
You know what I'm saying? The clientele, that's what the biggest.
That's real. But like I said, I see you doing your thing, and like, let me ask you too, man. Like, cause you talk about them days walking from 19th to, you know, 7th Ave to having to give up the car, having to give up everything to get to where you at, man. Like, what's been the biggest thing and you keeping it? Cause, like, you know, a lot of motherfuckers work for shit and then they lose it. Like, what's been your biggest, you know, things that, you know, keeping it? Like,
honestly, bro, this is just the realest thing I can say is that you don't. I don't. Like, sometimes the people don't understand. A lot of people that have the biggest successes are the biggest risk takers.
That's real.
So if you take a big risk, you could lose it all. Like, there's been points where I've like not lost it all, but got to the point where I'm like, man, I gotta go. I gotta get back grinding again. But what I tell people is that for a long time, I've been somebody that would go broke to have fun and just to have a good experience, because when you have a lot of money, it's tough.
That's real.
When you and people don't see the other side of it, but when you have a lot of money, it's tough because and you can get down on yourself because now I mean, and not saying that it's hard, but it could be unbearable. Now you got other things popping up. You know what I'm saying? I want to do so many things. I want to do so many stuff because I got some money, but I got
Right.
it. You got to stop. Like I told people, you can have $30,000 on the table, but you can't buy nothing.
That's real.
You can have $30,000 cash and you cannot buy anything because you don't have your credit right. You didn't have your sources of incomes being a barber, and that's the other part. Like you can't retire. All that stuff is bundled in together, and a lot of barbers don't know that knowledge, and that's why I tell people. Because if you don't, like right now, like the pandemic, people talking about like the pandemic. A lot of people was hurt, but it was a big blessing in disguise. It was a big blessing in disguise.
How so? How so?
Personally, for me, it gave me my time back.
That's real.
Like now, I'm not. The barbershops were shut down. I really had to stop cutting. Now I'm in, and that it was the work because I'm like, okay, hold on, I'm my own boss. Like what do I mean? I can't. I'm broke. Like I can't cut. You can't. I can't cut. What you? Nah, but I'm my own boss. What? No, there's illegal. It's illegal if I cut. I might get fined. Oh snap! Hold on. I gotta figure something else out because as much as comfortable as I was, being able to blow my money and then go back to work and just be cool.
Right.
I was like, you know what? We took a lot of things for granted. So coming pandemic, coming March, like it's like a lot of things, tragedies happen, but at the same time, millionaires are always made in depressions and pandemics and anytime there's a recession, that's when millionaires are made. Like, and people don't pay it. We don't pay attention to it, but anybody watching the Forbes news knows that all billionaires just made more billions throughout this whole pandemic. They all made more billions. Everybody. But like I said, and that's why, again, Forex, because it's more than just trading.
Right.
It's more than just popping in a trade and trying to make some money. It's now I got to learn the psychological about trading. It's an Ivy League skill. It's not something that's just taught to everybody. And what it is now everything correlates together. I'm talking about news. I'm talking about real earthly events. Right. The pandemic, when they just popped out this extra little stimulus check. All those things affect the market. And when you're paying attention to it, now you're able to pay attention to the market. Ergo, make more money.
That's real, bro. That's real. Like I say, you sharing a whole bunch of game, man. Like for real, bro. Let me ask you, bro. What would you say to someone who wants to be in your position? Like, like what's some inspiration or something like you would give to them? You know what I mean? Because, like I say, it's like you say, it's people that's unfortunate not to have their dad, their mom.
Yeah.
People like that in their circle, man. So, like, what would you give to them? Like, what would you say to somebody who didn't have that? Didn't grow up with, mom and dad model them how to hustle. Like, what would you tell them?
Honestly, I would tell you figure out what you want. Like, if you are somebody that wants to be in my position, it's not easy. Like I said, a lot of risks come involved.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? So it's not like you just come in and you can not just lose money in trading. You can lose money in barbering. Me and Keith want to open up our own barbershop, but we can't because if the pandemic goes bad, now we're stuck in the lease and we lost a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't always look good. But I will say, find out what you want to do because not just in barbering, not just even in podcasts, but clothing lines, merchandise. With Forex, right, with the I Am Academy, they add so many. That's what I try to tell people. They add so many ways to make money from the comfort of your own home. If you want to make money from the comfort of your own home,
right?
I'm telling you right now, go to I Am Academy. They got not just regular FRX. They got HFX, DCX, ECX. That's e-commerce.
Right.
If you want to create your own online store, they literally have a template set up for you to go create your own online store. You know what I'm saying? So having these avenues, which is basically doing the research, if you didn't know, number one, do the research because they're out there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Find somebody that can know. I'm you know what I'm saying? You can always hit me. I'm somebody that pride myself on responding to people like in the DMs. I get a lot of DMs. Like when people ask me, like shout out to my bro Sheem the barber. I got a lot of young barbers and and I'm always gonna give you the best advice I can, period. Not just with barbering, but with life.
Right.
with credit, with
That's real.
health.
Why is it too though that like, you know, like you say, you'll get this advice, you'll get this for free. Why is it that like, why you feel like some people hold that back too though? Why you think
People
people don't want to give you that game, or
Yeah.
they don't want to?
Yeah, no, look, I'm not gonna lie. I'm saying it right now on your platform. I'm starting the OnlyFans. Like, I'm saying it right here on your platform. I'm gonna start an OnlyFans because the thing is not to judge people, right? You got to look at what somebody's doing. Does it make sense? Does it make money? Okay, let me find out how I can use what they did, implement it in my own way, and use it to my advantage, right? So shout out to OnlyFans. I'm not doing nothing crazy. I'm gonna be giving game, and not the game is not what somebody will tell you because you already know what somebody's gonna tell you. You heard it 1,000 times. You really have, but it's about the actual links. It's about the actual where do I go to get this?
That's real.
You know what I'm saying? Where do I go to get my bulk in order? How do I get my LLC license? How do I get this? How can I get an LLC license that's going to change my life? That will really change your life. And it costs no less than $86 by going to ArizonaCorporateCommission.com. Shout out. But you know what I'm saying? The reason why, honestly, a lot of people, but to answer your question though, yeah, my bad. To answer your question though, the reason why I do want to, I don't mind giving it out for free because like I said, a lot of people don't mind telling you what everybody's going to tell you. What books are going to keep telling you is you got to find a way to focus. They all just tell you different ways.
Right.
Finding out how to focus, how to lock into what you want to do. And me personally, the game is not to be told, it's to be sold. And the reason why is not because I just want to give out free information, but I'm gonna say if I just get on my phone, I make a Snapchat video and I'll just talk my stuff. Only because I just like, you know what? And it really be me thinking about stuff I gotta go through. And I'm like, man, I already know this. Let me tell everybody, like that might not, you know what I'm saying? But if I went through a whole situation to try to create a curriculum where people can learn, where people can, and I'm talking about do my own research so I could really get like I said, the exact links, the things that you need to take that next step. People are not going to get that for free. There's people on Instagram that's always got their own books. They got all their type of stuff out and they're selling it. Am I mad at them? No. They did something that made them a lot of money. Right. Now they're in the mindset of creating another stream, like we briefly talked about. The thing is that people want to support you.
It's real.
People want to support you. People want, if I can't even count how many people say, Ty, bro, like if you do one-on-one classes with Barbara, and like I'm trying to, and I'm like, bro, I can't really lie, I'm not even on that. And I can't even think of a price to tell you that would allow you to be in my life. Cause it's not just something I could tell you real quick. Right. You got to be in my life for a day. See how I get up in the morning. Being a barber is tough. You're on a strict schedule, especially when you're appointment only. Like you got to be on time. Like, and you got to be about your business.
Right. And then, you know, just being a barber, bro, how important is it to, you know, just be diverse, you know, like as far as, you know, because like I said, I didn't see, you know, some barbers like, okay, I can't cut your hair. Or I don't know how to cut, you know what I mean? So how important is it to be diverse as a barber?
It's the most important. You can lose out on opportunities. I'm not even going to say haircuts. I'm going to say opportunities. You can lose out on opportunities by not knowing how to do certain cuts. And what I mean by that, let's say if somebody came and got their haircut by you before. Let's say they wanted a haircut. You might not know how to cut the hair, but this person's an actor. This person's about to go on set. This person's going to be seen by a whole makeup and specialist team that instead of you just cutting their hair one time, they're going to use you for the whole set and pay you that one check to cut everybody and sit on set, which barbers, and like I said, you got to find out what you want to do. Some barbers, that's their goal, is to become a celebrity barber. To become like a platform barber. Me, not really. I don't mind if an opportunity is presented, of course. But am I gonna go out my way to do it? I mean, not really, because chasing celebrities, you know, and like me and Keith talked about, you could end up being caught trying to chase athletes, trying to grow as a barber, and it's cool. There's nothing wrong with it, but if that relationship is built off of favors off the jump, and which 9 times out of 10 it is.
That's
Like you
real.
got a league homie, you're like, oh no, bro, I got you, bro. Like just let me get you.
Right.
Like
Let
you
me
know what I'm
just
saying?
get
Oh,
you. Right. Let
I
me
gotta
just.
say, bro. You know what I'm saying? If it's built off of favors, it becomes a deeper problem because now, number one, they would have been paying X amount of dollars if they paid anybody else to pull up to the crib.
That's
But
real.
since you wanted to give them the cheap one, and then they're gonna consider you cheap. They're gonna consider your time cheap. And that's not the case. If you want that relationship to be built where they value your time, make
Right.
sure that they know to value your time.
That's real.
Because as I tell, and that's my recent thing is, and with Forex is now that my time has became more valuable. It's like, is that like a reasonable state? Like my time has became valuable.
No,
Like,
for a fact. For a fact.
like, and you know what I'm saying? When I waste time, it's like I could be doing this. That's gonna make me money. I'm talking about incomes, but I'm wasting time. You know, doing whatever X, Y, Z.
Right. And then so you talk about like your goals and like right, you got some barbers who celebrity barbers and things. So like what's your ultimate goal? Like what you want out of this life? What you want out of this barbering?
Bro, I don't want to be what he say in the song, but I don't want to be rich, just famous. I don't want to be famous, just rich. I don't want to be famous.
That's real.
I don't even want to be rich. I just want to be comfortable. I want to be able to do the things I like to do. Like I told you, when I have too much money, I start panicking. It just it's like, because I might buy something. My lady gets mad at me all the time. She's like, what you get again? I'm like, I'm trying to fill the void. Like I'm sorry. Like it's deep right now. I just thought this was gonna make me feel better, but it didn't.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But like for real, like so. Me personally, as a barber, my goal is to, like I said, be comfortable.
That's real.
I want to be able to have the time to ensure that my daughter and all the kids I have this same benefit to grow without, because and I know you're a teacher and that's what I'm saying, but the school system can be set up to influence. I mean, if you I'm how can I say this the right way? The school system, right? It only does so much.
It does. That's right.
Right. A lot of parents think that, because my kid goes to the school, they're gonna be have an amazing life. Like, no, that's only half of the battle. And now, like I said, the access is so big nowadays.
Right.
Your child could be seeing somebody else on the other side of the world doing something, and if you're not able, like I said, to critique that way, whether that's being physically there or being mentally capable to help them critique their curiosities. You know what I'm saying? Because nowadays everything's out there. Like my daughter is not. There's nothing that she don't know. And I'm talking about she be blowing my biscuit all the time.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So when she asks me questions, I gotta okay, I gotta put my little cape on and tie it, and then answer this question with the best of my ability.
Right.
Because I don't want to be a contradiction to my child. I don't want to be lying to my child. That's things I just don't believe in, because I'm not gonna let you believe that. Of course, I'm gonna pamper you and spoil you, but I'm not gonna let you believe that the world is like this.
That's real.
When we see somebody that is unfortunate, or you know what I'm saying, anywhere we go, my daughter, she's in a Maserati. She knows she's in a Maserati, but I tell her like this: this is daddy. Daddy works. Daddy works hard. Daddy, right? She's with me all the time. Like you're all right. This is what happens when what I'm saying. Daddy doesn't go to work. Daddy don't get paid. Okay, cool. That's my job. Your job is school right now. Your job is learning. What happens if you don't do good grades? Guess what? You don't get the things you like.
That's real. And too, man, like just even with that whole school thing, man, cause like I'm like back and forth with it. You know what I'm saying? And especially just being a teacher too, bro.
It's tough.
I think like, it's all about what you get out of it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because
big facts.
I remember one day like I was riding on the bus with my son, and man, like this dude told me, he was like, man, like, just keep doing what you're doing. Find your passion. You feel me? Find your calling from God. Because like he said, like with the school, like he said, like that's just conditioning you for a 9 to 5. I'm like, that's crazy. He like, how many hours is from 7 to 3? I'm like, they just conditioning us. Like he said, they just conditioning you to learn how to work a full day of work. You know what I'm saying? Versus like, you got to go to school. You gotta apply yourself. You got to get things out of it. You got to learn. You feel me? Because if not, like you ain't gonna really.
Right. That's half the battle.
Come on.
School is half the battle, and from teacher's perspective, like my mom's a teacher, like, and she was there, like she was at Bush, went to Fairfax. Shout out to Miss Seals, Allison Seals, if anybody knows her, which a lot of people do, but it's like, with me in school, right? So my mom's a teacher. I was
Right.
expected to just do great, which
Right.
I'm very smart. Like we're
Right,
very
right, right,
capable,
right.
but like at the same time, like I got so many other distractions. I got football, I got other distractions, and that's just how the world works. Whereas like, okay, I didn't go to college. I never graduated from college. And then, you know, being able to just still have somebody, like I said, that was able to not just be mad, but critique me and say there's other things you can do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That opened my mind. And not saying that the school system is bad, but like I
Right.
said, it's half the battle. And from a
That's
teacher's
real.
perspective, my mom's whole thing was about touching kids.
Touching lives. That's
When you
that,
touch them
come
kids,
on, bro.
them,
That's what I
when
wake up for,
you know,
bro. That, come
I
on, I
remember
wake up
all
for
my
that.
favorite teachers still to this day.
Them teachers that touched
Yeah.
your life,
Yeah.
like
Remember all of
changed
them.
you,
Facts.
gave you a life lesson. You know what I mean?
You be
like,
the person that really, literally, and I'm talking about literally changed your life.
Come on.
And it's unfortunate, but like being in the barbershop, you see so many different type of kids come in that come from all different type of backgrounds.
Right.
And they could be misfortunate, unfortunate, and like not have what you have. And it's like at the end of the day, while I'm cutting them kids, I'm trying to talk to them about game. Like I'm like, man, because he was asking people for dollars. I like, why you asking for everybody for dollars? Like, I want to buy some candy. I was like, I said, man, let me put you on game, bro. I like, look, how about this? I like you go buy you some candy from Family Dollar. Come back to the shop and sell it here.
Right.
I got you. We'll buy it. Like I got you. He's like, I don't got no money. I'm like, all right, man, I got $10. Here's your first investment. But like, go buy some candy with this.
Right.
It come back.
Right.
So I get my money back. I need my my money back. And he did it. When he came back, and he was like, hey, how much your candy? He's like, $4. Like
He just threw
$4
it
for
right.
one piece. Like, bro, I said, bro, here the
Take the
$4.
$4.
But like I said, like being able to touch those certain kids, like every time I get a kid in the chair or anybody, everybody, I'm trying to talk to everybody because anything could be beneficial and change your life.
That's real.
One thing, you know, can change your life. Just by the way, like I said, you respond to one thing somebody does that may be so negative, but if you respond to it and critique it right, you can change that kid's life forever.
That's real.
You know.
And let me ask you this too, like coming from a teacher, like trying to change lives, man. Let me ask you, like, what's like the best feeling about just being a dad, man? Because like I say, bro, I was like beyond the Maserati, you know, to seeing you travel the country to doing your thing, man. Like, I just respect more, you know, how you are as a father, man. So,
100.
you know, let me ask you, like, what's the best feeling about that, man?
The journey. I'm since I'm talking about every step that your kid grows. I want to say, like, you know, when you're a young kid, you be like, man, my dad always messes, like, always beating me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Won't let me do nothing.
Right.
And I remember we talked about this before, but I was like, I remember that, like, right when I had my daughter, like I'm talking about instantly, I was like, it just hit me like, nah, I know why my dad told me don't do this. Don't stay out too late.
That's
when
real.
when a party, watch the situation, you know, leave early, go home. You know what I'm saying? Only thing in midnight hours is bad. Like, you know, that
That's
type
real.
of old school stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? That
It start
stuff
to make sense.
it all of it makes sense. And then the journey along with it, you know, from seeing the kid how they're sponges and then seeing how they process things. And then you sit there and look back at your kid playing with all the kids, and you're like, that's exactly how I was. Like, I was doing the same stuff. I know what you're doing. Stop it. Cut. Look, get it together. You know what I'm saying?
That's real.
But the journey is the best thing. Being able to take turn to Hawaii, San Diego, you know, all over. You know what I'm saying? It's beautiful. Like, that's what you want. You want your kids to be able to experience, but at a wide perspective, so that they can see every perspective. Because Arizona is so small. The world is small, really.
Right.
You know, but Arizona, there's so much out there. And I'm not a big overseas person. I'm not like, but Hawaii was beautiful.
Right.
And just being able to experience it. I'm not an outdoorsy person, but being able to see how everybody else lives out there. Like, I'm talking about they just living their life. Got flip-flops on. Don't even have no shirt on.
No shirt on. I'm about
like,
to say, just walking belly out.
But like, I'm talking about
chilling.
I don't even the like people that didn't have. I'm talking about just was smiling.
Right, smiling.
It's like
happy,
their
right.
perspective is different, and when you see it at another angle, you like, okay, nah, I see what it is. Stop.
Make you more appreciative.
Stop worrying about the big stuff.
Right.
Pay attention to the little things and the little times and the memories. The memories is honestly the biggest thing.
So, man, Todd, man, let me ask you, man, like, why take the time to, you know, come out here, man, and, you know, get on Resiliency Cam, man?
Bro, it's easy. It's easy. Like, honestly, bro, just the support. to come out here, like you got to understand. Like I told you a billion times, people want to support you. All right, everybody. If you have a clothing line, if you have anything, you'll realize that people support you more than you think. And while I came on here is because, like I said, bro, anything that somebody's doing that I can agree with, you know what I'm saying? I'm rocking with. I'm one of those people that I rock with my people tough. Like if anything people need, I'm gonna be a part of it, or I'm gonna try to like bring what I can to the table. If whether that even just be knowledge, just like, hey, bro, what you could do is this, and that may help also.
That's real.
But Resiliency Cam, like I honestly, bro, I rock with you. What you doing? Like, you know what I'm saying? You had a lot of people come on here, not that because I know them. Or, you know what I'm saying? I have good relationship with them, but the stories, you're letting people tell their story. Getting their story out there is the most important part, because a lot of people just want to tell their story. A lot of people want to know each other's story. Because like I said, if everybody knew who you was, everybody
that
like
perception should have changed. Like, it'll change.
It'll be
different.
So what you doing is you breaking past right now. You doing something out the box. You know what I'm saying?
That's real.
You doing something out the box, and that's what's up, bro. Much big congratulations, and I appreciate you even inviting me to be on here, because that's a big plus. Like I said, people want to see and feel like, hey, bro, I see you. Are you doing good? That feel right there is good. So you doing good, bro. I just want you to have that feeling that I was talking about. I like what you're doing. That's love.
Bro, once again, I feel the same way. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm like, gotta get Maserati Tod out here. You know what I'm saying? Like to, you know.
People always, man, I'm not gonna lie. Everybody calls me that, and I did. Like, everybody called me. I'm like, I'm rock with this name.
Hey, before you came, I'm like, I don't know if I should call it Maserati Tod, Maserati Monday, Tod Slaughter. I'm like, shit.
Everybody just, I'm walking around, Maserati. I'm like, oh, what's up? Like, you know what I'm saying?
So I'm like, yeah, I'm about to go interview Tod. Tod. I said Maserati. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm like, bro, I'm rock with it. I ain't never had a nickname. Tod is cool. That's my name. I'm always rock with it. But whatever you call me, hey, just don't call me broke, like T from the Fee would say. Call me what you want, just don't call me broke. That's how we doing. We chilling. Man, they be like, you look like Tay Diggs. All right, they be like, you look like Tyree. I'm like, long as he ain't broke. Oh yeah, he's broke or on some other shit. Like if he on some other,
I don't look like him.
Nah.
Man, that's real, Tom, man. And like I say, bro, so many people in the city, like I say, respect you, like even from afar, bro. You feel me?
100,
up
love.
Close, bro. And that's why I'm like, man, we got to get him in here, just talk about the journey, the ups and the downs, you know what I'm saying? The improvements, you know what I'm saying? Like I say, because
I appreciate it.
I see it, bro.
I like to get it out too. Everybody wants.
This is therapeutic, bro. Hey, bro, this make you feel better.
I feel like I done talked to a whole therapist before I go home and lay in the bed with no worries. Like, wake up good, bro. You know what I'm saying? Good vibes, good energy, and good information is like when that happened. Like when you sharing good energy, good vibes, and information all together. That's when you have a thriving team. You know what I'm saying? Your team is able to thrive. That's why I love being around.
We was outside for 5 minutes with Voss, and we already boom, this idea, that idea, this, that,
quick.
that, like quick, bro. That and like too, I think that's like important. Like the people you keep around you. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta keep.
If you man, and I've always been somebody that's been loyal, but at the same time, a lot of people that I've been rocking with since whenever I still rock with. Like, there's nobody I can say I really had, like, harmful feelings. I don't have no hurtful feelings for anybody.
Right.
And that's just all about, like I said, perception. Being to understand that even when somebody did do you wrong, they were just in a place at their time in their life.
Come on, that takes
it
growth,
wasn't
bro.
that they, you know what I'm saying? They had a reason for doing what they did, whether it made sense to you.
Whether it made sense or not. Come on,
they had their reason.
Bro.
You don't agree with it. You just got to put your hands up and walk away from the situation.
Bro, that's real, bro. And it's just so crazy to like just hear you say that and just talk about that, because like that's one thing I'm like catching myself questioning myself about. I'm like, dang, God, like I'm always just like, once again, okay, I see why he did that because of this and that, and me just like letting it go, but being understanding that like you only did that because your mind frame, like you didn't really at that time you ain't really mean that. I didn't been there before, so I didn't did things too because my mind wasn't right. So it's like just at finding that balance, bro.
And it's separate.
And it's growth,
and
bro.
Sometimes you're able to separate and come back, but at the end of the day, you have to separate. You have to separate to regain your mental. Like, I'm not crazy. I know I'm not crazy. You know what I'm saying? He was tripping. Like, Like, but no, you got to come back and then just like I said, humble yourself.
That's real.
And understand that just everybody got their own vices. You know,
Come on.
I have mine. I'm not a perfect person. You know, and once you understand that, and that's what I tell people, you realize how young somebody is when they say, "Oh, I know everything." Or, all right, I know better. Like, when you just read it, I'm like, okay, yeah, how old are you? 19, 21, 22,
Right.
23? Like, okay, you know everything. Okay, right, okay. You know what I'm saying? Because once you get to that level, you realize I'll never stop knowing everything. And I'm going to always
Can
continue to
always
be
learn.
a learner or,
That's
you know what I'm
real.
saying, a student.
That's real, bro.
Always be a student, bro. Even right here, bro. I love chopping it up with you. We always have genuine conversations just
Great.
because it's a real information being shared. It's you know what I'm saying. It's going back and forth, and that's how real ideas are meant. That's how you know what I'm saying. Things has changed, like for real. That's how you change the game.
That's real, bro. And like I say, just the conversations, bro. Like I say, I always appreciate that more than any cut.
Yeah.
Coming to the shop, like just the conversations, bro. And like once again, bro, this is a conversation that in a few years, man, we're gonna be looking back,
Yeah, I do that a lot.
Smiling on, like you say, just, memories, bro. So once again, bro, I'm just so thankful that you came out here, Todd, bro, to, just spend some time with me, share some game, bro. Like I said, I'm glad that, people will be able to hear this game because I'm like, I hear this all the time, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, now somebody else need to, hear that, man. But,
Yeah, of course.
just too, man, like another question I want to ask too before I let you go, bro, why is that though? Like, why is it that people hear some positive shit here, you talking some positive stuff, but like they rather entertain negative stuff? Like I say, like people, you know what I'm saying? Like, like when you preaching a positive message, bro, that's not supported as much as when it's some negative shit, it's some toxic shit. Like that
positive stuff don't never go viral. You ain't never. There's not, and that's the answer. There's not one thing that's positive that ever went viral. It's always something negative. And once again, it's the perception and knowing that the world that we live in we're in a worldly time, and that right now you got people, and I'm talking about it's to the point where their job is to find the dirt on you, or is to be negative to you, is to gossip about you, is to make up false accusations about you just to bring you down. And that's just it's what it is, and it's sad. But like I said, keep your in other people's terms, your third eye open, and just see the BS from afar and know how to maneuver. And that's why I want to say, and I tell people, and I'm fortunate. That's just the honest answer. I'm fortunate. Like, I have a dad. We talk about our pops, and I'm saying my dad is like one of them guys that like gave that game. Like he really gave me game on everything. So being able to have that, and not just him, but my stepdad, like all the men in my, all the men. A lot of us don't have
men, bro.
Right, I'm talking about you have adults.
Right,
but I'm talking about no men. Yeah, that's gonna tell you,
yeah,
no, bro, that's not cool, bro. Like that's what you're doing right now. That's not cool. There's other ways to do what you want to do. Oh, you want to be bad? Okay, there's other way. There's other things you can do. You know what I'm saying? And me, like I love spending time with my nephews because that's where I see me, impacting the most kids because I just had the most time around them. Right. But I'm like, man, these guys is crazy. But I love them so much because they turned up. But it's like, bro, like you know what I'm saying? There's different ways, and as far as it is, and but also the other truth is that the people closest to you never want to see it or never want to acknowledge it. It's always people that don't know you, the people that don't really know your story, and they just see you right there. Because people that know me as Todd from childhood, they like, yeah, no, he cool, barber dude, yeah, yeah, he's solid. But people that see me now in this light, they're like, oh no, I don't know what buddy like doing all type of stuff. I don't know what he got going on, but I've been the same person. Like, but it's just what happens. It's sad, but it's just. You know what I'm saying? There ain't no way around it other than to do this.
Right.
Faithfully. Like, consistently giving people game, being open, being genuine, not trying to harbor feelings. Just try to be honest. And one thing, bro, stop lying to your kids. People need to stop lying to their kids.
That's real.
Like, it ain't nothing about you being a hypocrite is the worst thing as a parent.
That's real.
That can you know what I'm saying? Find a way to constructively criticize and have them understand whatever is going on. But don't lie to your kids. Parents be lying to their kids nowadays more than ever. I'm talking about with Jordans, got them Jordan out, got them little kids got Dior on. Like, what you got Dior on for? Like, you finna grow out of this in 1 month. Like,
Right.
you know, we do that to ourselves. We tell our kids, like, I don't feel good about myself, so or whatever it may be, but let me pile this onto my kids so I can just distract them. Let me distract them with all this materialistic, and not even let your kids see the real reality.
Man, that's
I got a spoiled daughter, like, and that's probably one of the toughest things is that being able to balance it. Because I'm gonna spoil you, but understand that she's amazing. That's why I spoil her so much. She's
right.
amazing. Like
Right.
that little girl knows how to focus. She come in and clean,
different, bro.
put her stuff together. But
different.
you know what I'm saying? I just be honest. We don't need to whip you. I'm scared to whip her. Like
Right.
I'm like, nah. You know what I'm saying? I told myself when I was a little kid, I'd never beat my kids because I used to hate getting whoopings. And I got a daughter. Like, you can't beat your daughter, can you?
I don't know. You got to definitely be it's definitely
You gotta
different.
be-
You know what I'm
you-
saying? Because like the way I talk to my sons versus the way I
Yeah.
talk to my daughter, oh, it's completely different.
Yeah,
like,
see, I only gotta-
it's
I don't
night
got-
day. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
So like, it's like no. Versus
Yeah.
like, I'll be like, quit
Yeah.
playing, like, come on, you know. So
She started crying. White girl,
hey,
when you
what?
lift
My
your
baby
voice.
girl, no, she's so spoiled. Like, if I lift my voice, anything, it's
Yeah, but
tears
yeah.
automatically, man. So. Man, like I said, Todd, man, once again, bro, just so much respect, bro. I'm so thankful you took the time to come out on my platform, bro. I really, like I said,
Most
I
definitely.
respect what you're doing, bro. You know, just besides the, you know, like I said, the flashes, all that shit, like that don't matter to me, like versus more what you stand for. You know what I'm saying? The message. Like I say, getting on the Instagram and sharing positive stuff, bro. I'm like, bro, I love to see that. You see, I'm always 100 in it or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause I'm like, we need more of this. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like people feed into the BS, the Justin Boy LA page, you know what I'm saying? Like that's
play
what
the
people.
game.
Come on, bro. That's what people love. Versus, like I say, it takes somebody to be brave, though. You feel me? Like I'ma share this with you. You feel me? Like it's not an easy thing to do. You know what I'm saying? So once again, Todd, man, appreciate you, man. Thankful, bro. Is there any last words you like to say to, you know what I'm saying, your people, anybody that's gonna be watching this, brother?
Man, I think I pretty much said it all.
That's real.
I think I pretty much said it all, man. Other than thank you again for bringing me on this. Shout out to everybody that I even just operate with on business events, anything, because those are the people that's gonna hold you down and keep you growing.
That's real.
As a brand, and as a person.
That's real.
So yeah, shout out. And I'm anything I can do, anything at all. You already know. You know what I'm saying?
Already.
If there's anything you can't. Y'all, you got to. Like,
hey, look, let us borrow the studio. No, I'm
man.
Hey, look, because I was
finna
really
kick
thinking,
us out.
I'm like, hey, Todd.
They finna kick us out,
Hey,
bro.
I'm like, Todd. No, I'm talking about you. Hey, look, I'm like, hey, bro, we really can film it at your house, bro. Like over the balcony.
No,
That's why I said that would have been a nice little scenery, bro.
Yeah,
that's why I was like,
yeah, no.
But I was like, I ain't gonna hurt him. I said, I'm gonna save it. I ain't gonna hurt him.
Man,
you know what I'm saying? So,
say less.
Man, for real though. But man,
Most
once
definitely.
again, appreciate you, bro. Thankful for you.
Most definitely, man. Thank you, bro.
We out.